All right, everybody, good morning and welcome to another video podcast of Political News Time. I am your hostess, Alex Mayers. So there's a few things that I want to talk about in regards to politics this morning. I actually thought that today we could just go through a few tweets from President, or at least acting President, Donald Trump, because it's interesting how he goes about things. It's almost as though he doesn't expect people to research what he's saying or, think for themselves. But then again, when you do look at his fan base and his following, they definitely don't seem to be the pack of the brightest bulbs. But okay, so it appears that yesterday, August 16th, at 6:52 p.m., Donald Trump tweeted the following. He says, "I donate 100% of my president's salary, $400,000, back to our country and feel very good about it." Well, you know what? I bet he does feel really good about it. And what's interesting about him saying that is that it's only $400,000 that he's donating. That's it. And that might seem like a big number to a lot of you. I bet a lot of you out there are like, Alex, $400,000, that's a lot of money. Not in comparison to the number $100 million. Now, why am I saying that number $100 million? Well, I advise that many of you out there go over to Newsweek.com, because according to Newsweek.com, in an article that I think was posted about 4 or 5 days ago, it specifically says, while there is no concrete evidence to support President Trump's claim that being the nation's leader has lost him billions of dollars in revenue, Trump's 2018 financial disclosure form, published in May of this year, showed that he earned more than $100 million from various Trump Organization properties. And I'm sure a lot of you out there are wondering, why is she talking about Trump Organization properties? Well, here's the headline of that article that I just shared with many of you. Again, this is from Newsweek.com. It's titled, "Foreign Officials Who Spend Money at Trump Properties Are Helping Him Violate the Constitution." At least that's what a Democrat says, okay? And I am a Democrat, yes. I'm just going to read the first couple of paragraphs of this. "A top House Democrat has a warning for foreign officials who spend money at properties owned by President Donald Trump. Stop, because your government is facilitating his ability to violate the U.S. Constitution." The cautionary message came from Representative Eliot Engel, a New York Democrat and chairman of the House of Foreign Affairs Committee, in the form of a memo to his staff on Monday, but which was released publicly on Tuesday. Quote, "When meeting with officials from a foreign government, please inform them that by providing any form of payment or benefit to a Trump-owned property, their government is facilitating the president's apparent violation of the Foreign Emoluments Clause," the memo stated. "Please urge those foreign officials to transmit to their governments that the House Foreign Affairs Committee requests they cease and desist payments to the Trump Organization unless and until Congress approves the emolument as provided in the Constitution." So, see, that's the thing. For Donald Trump, as of current, that $400,000 paycheck that he's getting as president is only a drop in the bucket in comparison to how much money he's earned since he's become president, most likely from a lot of foreign dignitaries and whatnot. Basically, any political power that feels like bribing President Trump to help them in some way, shape, or form, they're just going to go to one of his Trump, not motels, but hotels. Maybe I should call them rich people motels when I really think about it. But they can just go to his hotel, spend a whole bunch of money, probably, inflated prices when it comes to everything. It's like, oh, a bottle of water, let me buy that. Oh, this bottle of water costs what? $500,000. You see? So that's what's going on. That is what is going on. And again, you can read that article on Newsweek.com. So let's look at another Donald Trump tweet. Let's see what else he's talking about. Let's see what else he is talking about. And good morning, everybody. I hope all of you are having a great day, a good weekend, all that kind of stuff. Okay, well, here's something else that I thought was just sick. Once again, Trump is bullying women of color, because that's one of his favorite things to do. He likes to bully people of color. And once again, he's bullying two members of what he calls the squad. And I'm referring to Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar. They're both U.S. representatives. Here's what he tweeted. Like it or not, Tlaib and Omar are fast becoming the face of the Democratic Party. Cortez is fuming, not happy about this. And now here's what Trump decided to do. He decided to reach out essentially to what's his name? I think Netanyahu is his name. I get all these people confused sometimes. But the leader of Israel, and Israel has banned two United States representatives. Actually, this is the first time that this has ever happened. I was watching, what's his name, Shapiro this morning on CBS, and he was saying that this is the first time Israel has ever banned two representatives. But here's what Trump is saying about these representatives. Ocasio, she is very upset. She's been vehemently countering this. He says, Representatives Omar and Tlaib are the face of the Democratic Party and they hate Israel. Already read that one. Where's the other one I found? It would show great weakness if Israel allowed Representative Omar and Representative Tlaib to visit. They hate Israel and all Jewish people, and there is nothing that can be said or done to change their minds. Minnesota and Michigan will have a hard time putting them back in office. They are a disgrace. Trump is actually inciting violence against these women in that tweet, when I really think about it. Because how exactly is he in their head? How does he know who they hate? I don't believe that Omar or Tlaib hate all Jewish people. And what a hypocrite he is, considering just considering so many things that he said in regards to Latin Americans over the past few years, meaning Trump. So, yeah, this is wrong. I actually noticed that since Trump has posted this tweet, someone who's a Trump supporter out of the blue tweeted me and said that I must hate all Jewish people because I agree with Rachel Maddow in regards to her assessment of Steve Mnuchin and his ethno-nationalistic views. So, and no, the media is not taking everything that Trump says out of context. I think that you are not putting things that Trump says into context, and that is a problem. So please don't watch my podcast if you're going to spew this kind of garbage, okay? But, yeah, for Trump to have tweeted this, that is very dangerous. But there's another tweet that I wanted to read to you all that he had to say in regards to Omar and Tlaib. Here it is. Representatives Omar and Tlaib are the face of the Democratic Party and they hate Israel. No, Omar and Tlaib are not the face of the Democratic Party. There's several faces of the Democratic Party. Actually, as of current, when I think about the Democratic Party and who likely will be the next president, I think about Elizabeth Warren. I also think about a woman who I greatly admire, who I would love to be the next president, Marianne Williamson. I think about Barack Obama. I don't think about Omar or Tlaib, but what I do think about when I think about Omar and Tlaib is I think of women of color who are being bullied by a white nationalist. In other words, two women who are being bullied by Donald Trump, a man who is incredibly racist. Okay? So Donald Trump, by saying that these women hate Israel, he's inciting violence against women of color who may have a similar look in America to Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar. And he's telling his following, hey, see a smart woman of color? Most likely she's a Democrat, and most likely she hates Israel. Now, sorry, Trump, that's not going to fly. I don't hate Israel. Most people of color I know do not hate Israel. We are not the anti-Semites. Your little friend, Steve Bannon, may be, however, considering his self-defined persona of being a white nationalist and not having or taking any issue with neo-Nazis. Yeah. All right. So let's see. What else did I want to talk about this morning? Oh, well, let's talk about one more Donald Trump tweet. And it's going to have to do with the Philadelphia shooter. Okay, here's what Donald Trump tweeted about the Philadelphia shooter. The Philadelphia shooter never should have been allowed to be on the streets. He had a long and very dangerous criminal record. Looked like he was having a good time after his capture and after wounding so many police. Long sentence, must get much tougher on street crime. How about we also get tough on online hate crime and the radicalization of white nationalists, Donald Trump? Because I find it interesting that you had so much to say about the Philadelphia shooter. And it's good that you're talking about the Philadelphia shooter. I think you should talk about all these mass shooters, though. You know, you got to be an equal opportunity president when it comes to talking about the mass shootings. Because I don't recall you making a tweet specifically about little Patrick from El Paso, who decided to, I believe he killed somewhere between 16 and 20 people of color in a Walmart. Not too long ago. Not long ago at all. Like, what, a week ago now? I don't recall you making a tweet about him. Why? Because Patrick had the complexion for the protection, whereas the Philadelphia shooter does not. Now, should a complexion for the protection protect or even be brought into the conversation of mass shootings? No, it shouldn't be. However, Trump, you seem to be blinded to the mass shooters who have that complexion for the protection, whereas you could see very clearly the Philadelphia shooter. Yeah. So that's about it for this morning's edition of Political News Time. If you would like to see archives of the show, all you have to do is pop on over to politicalnewstime.com, or you could also go to pntlive.net. And make sure that you do follow me on Twitter, of course. So have a wonderful day, everybody. Once more, I am Alex Mayers, and I'm here every day, 7 a.m. Bye-bye.